welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy, and at the request of Patreon subscriber Dominic, this is Cat Bombardment. The core of this shell is basically the Boros energy shell from Modern. We've got Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, and Ajani Nakadal Pariah. And what these things are doing is trying to make a bunch of tokens to then throw at the opponent. One could say we're trying to bombard the opponent with tokens. And we're doing that with both Goblin Bombardment and Broadside Bombardiers. Bomb-themed deck here. I did tune this deck up a little bit from what Dominic originally sent me. Dominic didn't have Guide of Souls in here, but I think it's really important to be able to gain life reliably. That's also why I added this one of Umezawa's Jitte. Maybe that's bad, but I'm excited to try it. Dominic's list had more lands and no Chrome Mox, so I added Chrome Mox and Legion Leadership, which pitches to the Chrome Mox and gives you red or white. I just think in the Legacy format, you need to explode a little harder than just playing land drops and curving out 1s and 2s. Of course, we're an Ancient Tomb deck, so we've got Blood Moon in here, Simian Spirit Guide for the ramp, Fable for the selection. This is mostly just Boros Stompy, but we're having some fun with it, with the go wide strategy rather than the go big strategy. This deck probably should have the One Ring in it, but we're having fun, so I'm not going to play a card I don't think is fun. And other than that, this deck pretty much speaks for itself. Put some things into play, hopefully the engine gets rolling, and eventually we burn them out with our Bombardier effects or our Ajani. Let's get into it. This is Dominic's Cat Bombardment. This video is partnered with Gold Sabertooth's Commander Pantheon collection. This Kickstarter project features exclusive art on playmat shirts and stickers from a staple of the Magic and CEDH community. Printed on premium quality materials, these products are built to last so you can rep your favorite commander for years to come. Backing this Kickstarter gives you access to limited edition products and helps reach stretch goals for even more cool designs. Support this community artist by using the link in the video description or searching Gold Sabertooth on Kickstarter.com. I'm on the play on round 1, and I can go all in on a turn 1 Blood Moon, and I guess I'll do it. This might be terrible, but this is what we played the deck to do, so I'm going to try it. Go for that cheese. I really wish this Sokenzan was like anything else, any card, but we get what we get here. Basic Plains, Chrome Mox, Exile Bombardment, Chrome Mox. There are hesitations on all of these plays, which might indicate Force of Will or might just indicate MTGO, lag, or it might just be an opponent waiting to click through. Here comes Blood Moon. Once Upon a Time in response. Oh, do we have Eldrazi? Are we turn 1 Blood Mooning an Eldrazi deck? That would be the way to go. If this is Cradle Control or like Depths or Maverick or like some Nadu type thing, there might be some decks like that that play Once Upon a Time. But Urza's Tower confirmed. That's a mountain. And you've got a Vexing Bauble. Okay. Something to do, please. Okay, let's go. That's really good. Especially since my next mana source channels Sokenzan and generates 2 energy right away. Planar Nexus. Ocelot Pride. We're doing it. The whole squad is here. Opponents just over there losing to a Modern deck. Mostly losing to the card Blood Moon. And they haven't even lost yet. They might just do something here that stabilizes. I don't know. Hopefully they run out of juice before I run out of stuff to do. Or they run out of life before I run out of stuff to do. All right, cycling the Bauble. Good call. That card is not going to help you anymore. Another Bauble. Imagine if they were on the play. This would have been a disaster. Another Urza's Tower. This would be 7 mana if they weren't under Blood Moon. Another one. Well, backup Moon. Make it happen. I will gain some life here, which makes a cat. The City's Blessing is not worth Sokenzan, I don't think. They're at 4 mana. They can play a ring here and start doing ring shit. And it looks like they are going to do that. Still a lot to dig out from. Okay. I am going to cast Simian Spirit Guide because that is just as good as channeling Sokenzan. I did gain life this turn. I probably should have attacked for the buff. even if it doesn't deal damage. Okay. Can they get out of this or are they dead? We're at the point where that's the question being asked. They found a forest. Hard cast Once Upon a Time. Spirit Guide. Could cast that next turn. Oh, they pitch a Spirit Guide to do what now? We're just chaining rings. Okay. Mycos Bond can tutor a basic. Okay. A Glacial Chasm, that's a mountain. That's allowed. Legion Leadership. This does come into play as a untapped land. Yeah, I wish I had attacked last turn to buff the Guide of Souls. Then I'd have a much better series of attacks this turn. I can still just do a bunch of damage. Is this better as Legion Leadership? Until end of turn, double target creature's power and it gains first strike. I could deal 6 with this instead of 2. That's a larger number. Okay, I'm going to attack with these things. I'm going to put the energy buff on Ocelot Pride, and we'll see how they want to interact. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could do 10 here, or I could kill Sowing Mycos Bond. I'm going to buff the cat, because the ring damage is also relevant here. They actually would be dead if I had attacked last turn just to make Guide of Souls bigger. Whoops. Please don't stabilize. They're at 3 with a ring on 3. Even if they kill everything I have, they also need to remove their own ring. They got 2 problems to solve here. Yeah, turn 1 Blood Moon. Easy game. Okay, I'll board in another Blood Moon. That's about all I got here, though. It's Blood Moon or bust. Ghost Vacuum can come out. Fury is a big object I can cast. Don't really like Swords to Plowshares here. None of these other cards matter. Vexing Bauble's not good either, though. Yeah, I could just cut all these baubles for Furies and just have more attack power, more juice. If they bauble first, my Chrome Moxes are bad, but I'm not gonna sideboard around that. They might just be cutting their baubles here. And even if they're not, it's whatever. Well, it's a big hand for them to have or not have a bauble against me. We'll see what happens. I have Ocelot Pride, though. I'm in. They mull to 6. Basic Forest. Vexing Bauble. The nuts. That's alright. I got stuff to do. I can just cast Ocelot Prides. It's not a big deal. Do I want to get Plateau or Basic Plains here? Probably Plateau. And pass the turn. They busted their Bauble. Do they have another one? Or are they just trying to cantrip? Oh, yeah. Set me free. Chrome Mox. How much can I actually do here? Chrome Mox exiling Fury. Chrome Mox exiling Bombardier. I can do a lot here. Okay. Chrome Mox exiling Fury. I want to cast 2 spells. I'm going to go all in this turn. Exiling Bombardier. I'm going to exile Simian Spirit Guide to play this Bombardier, sandbagging the second Ocelot Pride. Force of Vigor. I've already used them. The damage is done. Attack with my creatures. I have gained a life this turn. Second Ocelot Pride. And I do have to hold priority in my end step because I would like to fling one of these cats. The first bombing of the league. I'm definitely all in. Nothing else is happening this game except these permanents that I have in play, so I hope they stay there. Crop Rotation. This could be bad. Tabernacle. Horrendous. Shit. Yeah, that card's really good. Okay, I'm going to keep... Do I keep Ocelot Pride or Broadside Bombardier? I'm going to keep Ocelot Pride. Yeah, Tabernacle's a good one against my strategy. Ancient Tomb right on time. Ancient Tomb pays for my cats, though. I get to build out my board a little bit. We're pushing damage. Pay for everybody. Caracas. The squad stays alive and continues to grow. Cat Army. They now have 6 mana on top of their Tabernacle. Nope, 7 mana on top of their Tabernacle. Probably dead here. Tabernacle's really bad. I need Blood Moon to win this game. They have a toolbox. Kozilek's Command. Scrying and deleting my cat. Okay. They are down to 1 card in hand. If they just don't do anything for 6 turns. Which seems unlikely given that they are looking at so many cards this turn. 2 top, 3 bottom. Pay for the cats. Ooh, that card is pretty good. I have to lose a cat if I want to cast it. 1 ring. Okay. That's a win con for me. They're at 10 already. I'm going to pay for 1 cat. Might as well keep it around. Goodbye, other cat. Headed to a farm upstate. Fable. I'm going to hold back the Ancient Tomb because I want cards to loot away. I need to find a Blood Moon if I'm going to win this game. If I can squeeze them under their own ring, but they can't cast spells, that's something resembling a plan. But we've already seen Force of Vigors in their deck, which could take out Blood Moon and Fable. They drew with the ring, found an Urza's Tower, now have trillions of mana, literally trillions. Oh, Karn. Yeah, that's a card that usually converts into a win condition pretty quickly. Walking Ballista. That gets everybody, but only just. I will pay for the squad to be alive. Okay, now they're pinging. Good timing. I'm going to get rid of both of these cards. And they became 2 mountains. Okay, the game is over. GG. Game 3, I'm on the play. Let's find a Blood Moon. The Swords of Plowshares is really the only thing to think about here. Do I think that's better than Umezawa's Jitte? If they're a Karn deck, probably. Okay, I will make that one change and submit my deck. Come on, Blood Moon. No Blood Moon. This is a turn 2 Ocelot Pride. That's too slow. Mulligan. I'm actually going to keep this one. Put Mountain on the bottom. Double Guide of Souls into Fable. If they kept on the strength of something like Force of Vigor, that's not going to find a target for a while. But they might not need it also. Oh, Spirit Guide. Nice. I like that. I'm going to get Plateau. I can still get Basic Planes if I need to. Exile Spirit Guide for Fable. Gain a life, get an energy. Deck. 3 mana available over there. Fury and Arid Mesa, I think, can go. Chromox, Legion Leadership. Okay, I'll play another guide. Attack with the things I have. It's many triggers. Only one of them does anything. I'm going to save Legion Leadership. I think it's better as Legion Leadership than it is as a land or under a Chromox right now. 4 mana. Might go spawn. Getting another Cloud Post. So that's 8, 9, 10. That's 10 mana next turn. Pressure's really ratcheted up here. Fury. Can I cast Fury? Yes, but not till after combat. And if I Legion Leadership, I can't at all. I could pitch Legion Leadership and make Fury, but I don't think that's actually good. I'm attacking for 6 if I just pitch cast Fury right now. Oh wait, no, it's actually 7. Okay, in the danger zone, all in here, but I'm doing it. Because I gain 2 life and get 2 energy here. Attack with all my creatures. All these triggers work this time. Yes, pay. I would like the Goblin Shaman to be bigger. Yes, pay. Make one of the Guide of Souls bigger. Get a token. And they got 10 mana, but they are also dead on board. Karn. That's powerful. Lattice doesn't matter. Not by itself. Okay, I can still attack. Ah, there it is. Okay. The Sandbag Tabernacle. I can't save my creatures. All right, cool. Yeah, prisoned out by the Karn combo. This was just a race, and we didn't win it. No Blood Moon forthcoming in 2 looks at hands. I don't think I'm supposed to go to 5 just for Blood Moon when I have a functional 6. On to the next round. What if the market you used to buy and sell TCG cards was the entire world? That's possible with CardTrader.com, the home of a global marketplace connecting buyers and sellers worldwide and creating unmatched variety in games and products. Don't worry about international shipping with CardTrader.com's CardTrader Zero service. CardTrader functions as your personal P.O. box, collecting orders from sellers worldwide to send you one affordable package. Shop CardTrader's global marketplace and use code BoshNRoll for 5% off your first order. I'm on the draw in round 2, and instead of the Prison hand, I have kind of the Soul Sisters hand, and I'm into it. Let's go. As always, it's Legacy. It might just get dumpstered by some shit, but if there's any kind of fair deck, I like my plan. Oh. Okay. It appears to be the red Stompy mirror of sorts. I'm going to fetch a basic Plains, get that party running, and nobody with Volcanic Fissure in their deck is going to be that bothered by a Vexing Bauble. I might have turned off some Chromoxes here. I guess Fury, Chromox. Maybe there were multiple reasons. Maybe I should have just cast Vexing Bauble. What do you got? Boomby Zooms. Okay. Can't block. Wouldn't if I could. If I get punished by a pitched Fury killing my board and 7-balling me because I didn't leave on Vexing Bauble, I'm going to be so disappointed. Oh, I deserve it. Stompy players knew I was messing up from the start. Yeah, that hurts. Son of a biscuit. Okay, I'm at 10. Chromox. Well, see, vindicated. Who needs a Vexing Bubble? I would have just died. Okay, I'm going to play 2 Ocelot Brides and hope I'm not dead, though I probably am. That is 2 separate creatures with first strike, though. That is a way to tangle with the Bombardier in combat. Screaming Nemesis. Okay. I can't gain life. I can't gain life. Oh my god. They better fling that thing. I mean, they can fling it at one of the Ocelot Brides and win the combat, but then I didn't take damage from it. Okay, so I happen to get paired into Screaming Nemesis Red Stompy when I'm on a life gain version of the same deck. Hurts. Hurts real bad. I'm likely to concede this game after this combat, no matter how it goes. Okay, first strike damage went through, and I did gain life this turn before that happened, though Ocelot Pride only triggers on my end step, so that doesn't matter. And yeah, can't gain life the rest of the game. It's just over. Forbidden. I'll get Plateau, because if they Blood Moon me, I just wanted a mountain anyway. And I guess I leave the squad back to block now. They are down to 3 cards. If they don't have an aggressive follow-up here, I might be able to stabilize. Lelia the Blade Reforged. That card's very powerful. Ooh, leaving the Nemesis home. Okay. They flipped a Chrome Mox. And I have to trade off with this thing. There is no universe where I can let them run away with this. There's Chrome Mox from Exile. They may or may not exile anything to this. 2 cards in hand. Alright, they do have a 4-drop over there. Or just dumping out Vexing Bubble. That works too. I will be discarding my Chrome Mox in one of these Ancient Tombs. Come on, spells. Oh, good. I still can't gain life, but I have Guide of Souls. You know, proof of concept. If I wasn't playing against freaking Screaming Nemesis, I would actually like my position here. Oh, wait. If a player is dealt damage this way, they can't gain life the rest of the game. So I actually haven't. Whenever Nemesis is dealt damage, it deals damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage this way, oh, okay. Okay. I can gain life. Why did I think I couldn't? Because I didn't read the card. That's the answer. Okay. Wait, so I'm still just firing? Hold on. Hold your horses. If I can gain life. Oh my god. Everybody watching at home thinks I'm the biggest idiot. But that's okay, because maybe I am. Maybe I deserve that. But also, we're about to take over the game. So I don't care. You can call me an idiot. I'm still doing the damn thing. Okay, this card is worse than I thought it was. It's still very powerful and annoying for my strategy, but we're not just heckin' dead. Okay. I probably missed some important interaction or some important combat moment somewhere along the line here because I thought I couldn't gain life, but we're going off now. Double Goblin Shamans, double Cat tokens, life gain popping off. Yeah, I could have channeled Sokens on my own turn last turn to have a full extra turn of Ocelot Pride action. But Heartcast Fury is very good. That'll take out the Guide and the Pride. Guide, Pride, and Cat are probably their biggest concerns here. Oh, fun. They're hitting their own Screaming Nemesis, so I actually can't gain life anymore. That's reasonable. I'll draw a card in response. Okay, so they don't care about Guide of Souls anymore if they deal 1 to me. That makes sense. But Guide of Souls can still jump my creatures. Interesting. I'm having fun. This new life. Bombardment. I think I'm actually just keeping everything that's in my hand right now. I'm going to attack with my Goblin Shaman, who will take to the skies from Guide of Souls. Yes. 4. You ready for the combo kill? This is an 8-power creature. When it's at 4, I have Goblin Bombardment in my hand. We did it. We cat bombarded. After a moment of panic, because I didn't know what this new card did. We're actually going to cat bombard the opponent into the garbage. Pew pew. I'm going to let the cat do the final point of damage. This cat will be the lethal blow. Meow. Out of there. Okay. Sorry for that moment of insanity. I definitely thought we just got pummeled by a card that is completely weird and random to have in your deck at all. But that's not true. And I was correct that if we could gain life, the engine would sustain us. And turns out I could gain life, and the engine sustained me. A Ghost Vacuum, Blood Moon, Vexing Bauble probably coming out here for Furies and Plows, and then we just kind of play a hyper aggressive back and forth combat oriented game. Okay, let's go. I am on the draw for game 2. I will keep this hand. It is fair and square. I hope my opponent doesn't have Chalice of the Void in their deck. They usually don't anymore, which is great for me today. I don't care about Vexing Bauble or Blood Moon. I can answer their first creature and then kick the life gain engine in. Pretty sure I'm ice cold to a Chalice of the Void if they somehow have one, though. Or if they turn one Screaming Nemesis. But no, they have to damage it weirdly. If they turn one Screaming Nemesis, pitch Fury, pings Screaming Nemesis for 1, my deck doesn't work. Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox. We're off to the races. Blood Moon me. Blood Moon me. The Nemesis. A 3 damage coming in. I can take it. Playing a Johnny doesn't matter. I'm just going to play Plains, hold up Plow, and hope to double spell next turn. Bombardiers. Am I more worried about Bombardiers or Nemesis? Probably Bombardiers. The Fury trick is concerning, and I got to see it last game. Like if I play 2 Ocelot Prides this turn, and my opponent Fury, kill, ping 1 on Nemesis, it's so dead. My own Bombardiers. Interesting. I think I'm going to play Ocelot Pride and a Johnny this turn. This gives me a bunch of cats. And it gives me exactly the number of toughness that would die to a Fury, but my opponent has 2 cards in hand. They did keep their hand on purpose, presumably, so they could just have Fury red card in the bank here. They played out a red card. 4 mana. Alright, I'm not going to concede, but that was really bad. Fiery Confluence. Oh, and Screaming Nemesis takes damage too. Right, because it is each creature. That's fucked. I was worried about Fury. That's so much worse. Okay, can't gain life. Can I just Bombardier my way back in? Ocelot Pride has first strike. I could try to make something happen here. I go to 4. If they have anything, I'm dead. Okay, if they have that, I'm at 1. So I can block Nemesis, put 1 damage on it, -2 it, then it dies. I take 1 from the Nemesis ping, and I'm at 1 life with a Jitte. But the Jitte doesn't gain life, so it's 2/3 of a Jitte. Oh no, they're tapping mana. I can't beat mana. Alright, GG. Fiery Confluence, very good against my deck. And I have no way to play or plan around that. Just gonna hope they don't have it, or I get one of my sack engines or a Johnny online before then. No acceleration. I think that just disqualifies it immediately. No acceleration, no 1-drop. I'm not playing a spell till turn 2. I'm not affecting the board till turn 3. I'm logging that. Okay, this has 1-drop. I'm going to keep and bottom probably Legion Leadership. God of Souls, get in there. I do care about Blood Moon this game, which is embarrassing to be a spot that I'm in as a Blood Moon deck. They've got turn 1 Bombardiers that I will not be blocking. Okay, that was a good draw. Now I have the option of casting Plow on this thing, or I could play Guide of Souls, pitch cast Fury, attack, make this a 3/4, and have Plow in the bank. I think I'm going to do that. It's just more aggressive, and if they're on an Ancient Tomb start, this is something I can try to punish, and 4 toughness on a single creature is a huge deal. Okay, those things are dead. And I can attack with a 3/4 flying. Okay, opponent's at 15 with Ancient Tomb as their only permanent. Let's party. If they could kill this Guide of Souls, I'm basically dead, but we're winging it here. We're in a mirror match where they are structurally favored because they have a card like Fiery Confluence, and I have nothing of the sort. Chrome Mox. Oh, they suddenly went from 2 to 4 mana. Fiery Confluence, I'm out of range. That was part of the appeal of this line. They tap mana, then change their mind. They're thinking about it again in second main. They tap mana at first main, untap their lands, passed into second main, and now we're paused again. My best draw from here is probably a Johnny, though Ocelot Pride would be quite insane as well. They decided they are casting a spell. Mana back in the pool. Second main. 13 life. Ooh, hard cast Shatter Skull Smashing to kill the smaller of my creatures. Still happy with that one. Wasn't quite a Johnny, and I don't have 2 guides anymore, but still very good. Keep the beats coming is all I gotta do here. They're at 10. Hardcasting Fury would kill the big thing. Pyrogoyf can't kill the important thing here. Okay. Ooh, that'll be good someday. 3 flying. They can attack me for 2, which I don't care about. Ooh, no action. They realize they're not winning that race. Fury. Well, well, well. I could just kill this Pyrogoyf. That also gives me energy number 3. This gets blown out by some sort of trick where the long-term play of Bombardiers might not. But I'm still just sending this. 4 to the Goyf. Attack with my creatures, pay the energy. And I'm going to keep stacking onto Guide of Souls. That does get blown out by Gone, but it beats every other damage-based removal option that their deck could play. Just have a dragon now, 5/6 flying. Mana's in the pool, Mana's in the pool. Another city. What is this 6-drop? Settle down. Yeah, we did it! Lifegate Soul Sisters breaks the red Stompy mirror. On to the next one.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the play in round 2. Unfortunately, both these lands come into play tapped, but I am going to keep the hand. Gotta wait until Modern Horizons 4 to get the dual lands that come into play untapped. Hand's pretty soft to Wasteland, but I do like my curve out here if I get to play Magic. If I draw an untapped land or a Chrome Mox, turn 2 Blood Moon is live. I want to mull to 5. Hopefully they're just unlucky and not sculpted a perfect combo 5. Legion Stronghold's in play now. If you see a card like Legion Stronghold be played by your opponent, you have to assume that's a Chrome Mox deck. There's just no reason for that card to be in a deck otherwise. I guess Belcher might be interested in something like that. Oh, we're playing against Infect. Cool. Might be dead. Be a big turn to find an untapped land, especially if it's basic planes. That would be the best outcome here. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. I can put Guide of Souls into play. Legion Stronghold and Guide of Souls. This sets up Goblin Bombardment plus Ocelot Pride next turn, which is close to a hard lock against Infect, if I survive this turn. Infect is also historically pretty bad against Blood Moon, because Invigorate only works if you have a forest, and they have Inkmoth Nexus and stuff in their deck. See above. Bladed Agent. They did all this before combat. That's pretty honest of them. Come on, land, untapped land. Spirit Guide. Okay, that works too. I'm going to lead on Ocelot Pride and hope they don't have Force of Will. We're in there. And the Spirit Guide is kind of sick because that lets me play around Daze on the Super Secret. Got him! I would like to pay. Are the last 2 cards in their hand Force Blue card? Respectfully, they better be. We got, well, this is going badly in the chat. They are in the lock. And now it might have been safe to attack there, but I'm just going to go to my end step and kill Blighted Agent. I'm going to do it now. That's the scariest thing they have. And I just want that one covered. As long as I can have Ocelot Pride and gain 1 life each turn, they're in a lot of pain. Even if I lose Guide of Souls to combat or to Goblin Bombardment, I can still keep playing if Ocelot Pride can keep poking. If they have a hand with double Invigorate, I could be in trouble. And if they attack, I'll just block with Guide of Souls. If they cast a pump spell, I'll fling Guide of Souls. Can I put a creature into play this turn? I cannot. This is a little awkward. I'm going to attack with Ocelot Pride. I do need to gain life. This is a little risky. A pump spell is scary, but I could shoot the target with Guide of Souls. Okay, they just didn't even block. That's the best outcome. Now I get another freebie. And I'm going to shoot the Glistener Elf right now. I'm doing it on my own turn because pump spells are going to is going to be how they protect their creatures, which means If they save their creature, they're down a pump spell. 3 mana available. They could activate Inkmoth Nexus. Skrelv, okay. That creature can't block. Blighted Agent. They are keeping the monsters coming, though. But Ocelot Pride can get buffed by Guide of Souls now, so I am mostly over the hump here. Especially if I draw an untapped mana source. Oh, yeah. Is it better for me to Blood Moon or Fable? Probably Blood Moon. Okay, I'm going to start by attacking with Ocelot Pride and sending it into the skies. This will be dead. Alright, I can't block this. And this doesn't have Infect. I'm actually going to attack with Guide of Souls now, too. Buff the Ocelot Pride. That's the self-contained engine. I don't really need Guide of Souls anymore. And I'm going to use Blood Moon because that checks the Inkmoth Nexus, which is the thing that I'm worried about here. Cool. All right. Goblin Bombardment got the lock. I imagine that's what Dominic was looking for when I was sent this deck. Okay, all my removal in Blood Moon's very good. Red Blast does hit Blighted Agent, but I hope I don't need to be that specific. Umazawa's Jitte, complete unit here. Ghost Vacuum doesn't matter. Vexing Bauble's interesting because they do have Daze, Force, and Invigorate in their deck, but I'm not convinced that boarding in Bauble when I'm leaving in Bauble and I'm boarding in Fury. Like, I'm not sure what works out best for me here. And if I don't cut these Baubles, I need to find 7 cuts elsewhere, and that's a lot of cuts. I could treat this like a combo deck and cut kind of my most aggressive things and just try to answer what they're doing. And Bombardment's so good here. Maybe I don't need this Blood Moon. This would leave me with 1 Bauble still in the deck. Do I want more than that? Okay, these are lands. This is a removal spell. Maybe a Johnny is the worst thing going on here. Maybe worse than Bombardiers. Okay, if I cut a bunch of the Ajani's instead, I get back 3 Vexing Baubles and a Bombardiers, or all my Baubles, or I could play 2 Ajani's here. I'm going to try it like this, I think. This is just a spread of all the things I could do. They said they're looking forward to the video where they're getting wrecked by Bombardiers, or by Bombardment. Let me tell you, that is why we designed the deck. This hand is not a keep, gonna mulligan. I'm not the most hyped about this, but it does put a lot of stats on the board very quickly. I'm going to keep this in bottom of Spirit Guide. Turn 1 Brainstorm. Yikes. Okay. That's scary. We're just playing around Pyroblast with that. Another Chrome Mox. I didn't want that. Safe to say. I'm going to Chrome Mox, exiling 1 of the Prides, and then I'm going to play Guide of Soul and Pride. I have to fetch Plateau with this. Sometimes Infect has Wasteland, sometimes it doesn't. Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride. I guess I could just play this Chrome Mox. The point of holding back the Spirit Guide was to play around Daze, but I'm doing that anyway. And I get to keep the mana. If they have Force of Will, this is bad. But I am all in. Could be bad in a variety of ways. But pretty good start. Modern players could never. And my deck is full of Blood Moons and Swords to Plowshares and Bombardments. Blighted Agent. Come on, Bombardment off the top, Swords to Plowshares. None of the above. I am going to cast this, though, which unfortunately does give away that I'm not going to be able to interact, but it does buff my Ocelot Pride, which I'm extremely interested in doing. I get the Pride in the air. If they could just 10-ball me here, I'm dead. But I have had a pretty cool start. End step, get another cat, pass the turn. 26 life. What are you going to do about that, Infect deck? Are you intimidated? Here comes the agent. Cast your spells. I'm dead. Oh, just 1 poison. Let's go. Whatever's in their hand, it does not help in this situation. Vexing Bauble shuts down a bunch of stuff they might have as well. I'm just going to attack with everything. They might have Endurance. That would be a weird thing to have, but it's possible, I guess, and would be really bad for me. But all I could do is tee off here. Okay, now Invigorate is off. That takes a lot of pressure off. I can cantrip and try to spike Swords to Plowshares if I need to. And they are very dead on board. Just gotta hope their hand is all Invigorates and Force of Wills right now. We could definitely lose in a variety of ways too. 5 cards in hand and being at 1 poison already. Oh, they said the Bauble does it in the chat. Just how we drew it up. Nice. GG's. Yeah, the called shot. Double invigorate. They had exactly 10 poison this turn with the double free spell. And they were just like color screwed off their third color. Powerful stuff. That was fun. On to the next one.
The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
Good. All right, here we go, gang.
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release, the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit, The Resleevables has it at youtube.com/theresleevables.
On the play in round 4, opponent says hello YouTube. Everyone say hi to Ren Lemonade. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is slow and steady, but this is the most bombardment-y hand we've seen. First real appearance of a Johnny. First game starting with a Vexing Bauble. Hope this is good. Last game, it was him to Turok on a turn where we were dead otherwise. Blue to Delta. For Tropical Island, we're playing Infect again. Exploration. Drop Exploration, what the heck is this? Whatever it is, I'm excited. I believe I'm supposed to lead on Goblin Bombardment here, because Bombardment sets up a Johnny really well. But a Johnny could just get plowed if I don't do it the other way. Extremely worried about Wasteland all of a sudden, though. End step B Storm. Legion Leadership coming into play tapped when you need it to be a land is a pretty big cost. Wasteland confirmed. Urza Saga's here. This is bad news, folks. If they have a Life from the Loam, I lose. Lorien revealed. Urza Saga. What is this deck with Exploration? I'm really intrigued. Brainstorm. Ponder. They did use the Ponder to shuffle the Brainstorm. Come on, untap White Source. Awkward, but maybe good. Legion Stronghold tapped. Ghost Vacuum. Now I'm less worried about Life from the Loam. Still worried about Wasteland, though. The Saga's ticking up. If I can resolve a Johnny this turn, I can keep the Saga in check. But if they waste me again, I'm in trouble. Basic Island still around. Wow, these Brainstorms. This is some aggressive cantripping. I wonder if there's some sort of combo finish here, or what's going on. Aggressively looking for the second Wasteland. I hope I stranded a Life from the Loam in the hand with this Ghost Vacuum, though. Not a Wasteland. They've got a Retrofitter Foundry. That means that I no longer have the Urza Saga under control. I was just going to ping the construct, but now that's going to be harder to do. I exile Wasteland in the end step. Get ahead of that Loam. Another Legion Leadership. Tough crowd. But Johnny is on the stack. Play the Legion Stronghold, and I mean, I'm gonna ping them. Gonna go into Planeswalker mode here. Maybe this was better as a blocker. Maybe I'm just not even supposed to do that. We're flipping though. I create a cat and deal 1 to my opponent. Okay, passing the turn. We're at 16. I do have a Bombardment engine online here, and another secret Bombardment in my hand. But our Saga's about to pop. If there's a Pithing Needle in here, that could be trouble. But I can't afford to activate proactively either. Either Spell Bomb. That does kill a Johnny. All that work. Life from the Loam. I will exile the Urza Saga. We're not doing that again. And we did strand a Life from the Loam in the hand. That's good stuff. It's not going to matter. Too far behind at this point. Oh, Ponder. Okay. Do they still have a land drop? If they do, they're fine. If they don't, that just bought me a lot of action. I've lost track, I'm not going to lie. They milled Loam off of the draw, and they did still have a land drop. Never worried. They always had it. Cast another Ponder, please. Oh no, they still have a line. Okay, I'll deal 1 to their face. And then a Johnny eats poo, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe it was better to leave a Johnny as a creature on that last turn. It would have at least been able to untap with it. The tap land's crushing me here. But we do have both Bombardiers in play for the first time. Never stop bombarding. I think this Legion leadership should actually be Legion leadership if I'm going to cheese damage somehow. Attack for 2. Ghost Vacuum still matters. They have Life from the Loam in their hand. I could fling the Vexing Bauble and just try to push damage in. I think that's how I'm winning the game. If this game's winnable, it's through burning them out. Could have killed a Construct with that, but the Retrofitter means they're going to be able to block Menace anyway. Gotta go face. Face is the place. Uro. Ugh. That gains a lot of life. And if they have a blue or green land they can put directly into play from their hand, I won't get priority to exile Uro. Okay. They failed that check at least. They could still make a land drop, but if they pass priority, Uro's gone. Swords of Plowshares, take 1. Pew pew. And the last card in their hand is Life from the Loam, so I actually am not gonna act on this Uro. Yeah, I want them to commit the Loam. It's Wasteland. It dead pretty quick here. That Retrofitter Foundry from hand 3 turns ago was the whole game. If I could have picked off the first construct, then we're not under any combat pressure. Obviously, that's not what happened, and it's fine. Oh, my cheesy plan to actually make Legion Stronghold into a Legion leadership is not going to work. Okay, we're dead now. Okay, some sort of Bant land stack. Very cool. The Blood Moon seems good. Red Blast. That does hit Uro. It seems like my deck is mostly pre-boarded for a situation like this. And I'm not bringing in, like, Fury. They did some graveyard stuff, but I don't think Fairy Macabre's the answer. I want to use Blood Moon to answer Urza Saga. What can I do here? I could shave a Bauble and just not bring in one of the Rebs, I guess. Yeah, I think I just like my main deck in its base form for the most part. Okay, Chrome Mox exiling leadership. Who could imagine that this play was possible in my deck? I am just going to send it on turn 1 Fable. That's so powerful. Corona kept 7. Chrome Mox. Pitch a leadership. Just how he drew it up, literally. Plains to play around Wasteland. And Fable's on the stack. Irresolved. Force of Vigor would be pretty annoying here. Please don't have that. Cool. We're through. A Ponder. This is the kind of slow start that I'd like to punish if I can. No offense, Ponder. I still love you. Shuffled the Ponder. Let's go. Spirit Guide. I'm going to discard Leadership and Spirit Guide here. It's looking for action. And action I did find. Attacking with my Goblin Toker. Play an Ocelot Pride. And another Ocelot Pride. And Legion Stronghold. Just get it out. Here's all my stuff. Go. F6. Cycling Lorien. Got a Trop. Trop plays Exploration. And the game is afoot. Urza Saga. Alright, Blood Moon off the top. Let's go. Retrofitter. But I'm supposed to be the token deck. Soken's on. That is a little burst of damage, and they will double at the end of the turn. Right, channel this. In with everything. I'm going to get double Treasure, double Spirit, quadruple Cat. Oh wait, it's all... Oh my god, two Prides grows exponentially. Here we go. Here we go. Now the deck's popping. Oh yeah. That's turn 3. Sweet. Okay, that was fun. Okay, they still haven't seen a Blood Moon. I don't have any artifact destruction in my sideboard. You could add some Abrades and stuff if you want. The original list Dominic sent me had Null Rod in it, but I added Chrome Mox, so I got off of that. I'm just going to go same deck. Now you know what I'm about. Okay. I can turn 1 Vexing Bauble plus Fable. That's a lot of cards on turn 1. Exploration. Opponent showing me what fast mana looks like. They're down to 3 cards in hand. Chrome Mox, wow. Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox. Have to play that before the Bauble. But now I get forever mana. Ooh, response. What are we doing? Are we consigning to memory? Stifle. Cool trick. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Doesn't change my play. Pitch Spirit Guide, Fable. We both had pretty explosive turns. What's your follow-up? Uh-oh. The slow inevitability. of the mighty Uro. Did not put in Wasteland, which was my primary concern. The Uro has 4 things to eat. Ocelot Pride. Do I just keep all the cards here? I am firing on only Goblin Shaman for mana right now. I think I'm going to discard the Goblin Bombardment and look for a colored source. Okay. I drew a colored card. If their last card in hand is Swords of Plowshares, we're in trouble. They're not in trouble yet. I think I'm going to tap Ancient Tomb to draw a card with Vexing Bauble, because if I hit a colored source, my turn gets a lot better, and I don't think they're casting free spells anymore. A Johnny. Would I rather have a Johnny or Guide of Souls or Ocelot Pride in play? Johnny spends my mana the best. All right, Johnny, you're in there, big guy. A Johnny plus Bombardiers is something of a plan. Yeah, stifling that Chrome Mox actually has been really effective. If they just fetch like Hedge Maze here, Uro can arrive. Brainstorm works too. So I have to face down Uro next turn. Can I finish it off? Deal 2 by throwing a cat. And then I'll have this, new cat in play. Not quite enough. And all that is contingent on drawing a mana source anyway. Yikes. Game-breaking Stifle on Chrome Mox. Oh, I'll have Fable next turn also. Okay, if I draw a mana source, maybe even if I don't draw a mana source, if I have to attack into the Uro, it gets worse. Okay, Life from the Loam. This does result in basically the same thing they were going to do anyway, but now they have to exile Loam to Uro instead of fetch lands, but they do have 7 mana instead of 4 in play when it all happens. Okay, can I beat an Uro Titan of Nature's Wrath? There is that one of Pyroblast in my deck. Oh no, that wasn't in the mix. That was found either in the draw step or the Uro trigger. Now I don't think I can ever win this game. And I did draw a land, kind of. Legion Stronghold, play that. I think I have to delete the Goblin Shaman to get a mana. And Cat Warrior can attack because that'll flip a Johnny. If they block, Goblin Shaman's going to die here though. And now what do? I play Ocelot Pride? I think so. Okay. Mana is my issue. But I have a lot of cool stuff going on. They have a fetch land. Oh god, a wasteland. Well, that wasteland's bad. Still looking for mana here. There's the fetch land we knew about. What's that last card in hand? Mystic Sanctuary with no target. That must mean they're out of fetchables. I am not going to block here. Uro versus a board full of dinguses. I'm normally on the other side of this. Ooh, Soakin's on. That's good. That lets me do stuff like copy this Ocelot Pride. If they have Swords to Plowshares, I'm in trouble. Stifle is annoying, but mostly fine. Okay, a Johnny and Ocelot Pride are going to attack. That leaves me 2 cat tokens back that can tangle with Uro. And we're on the slow. Okay, don't have another wasteland, please. The Uro is attacking. I'm going to block with cat token 1/1 version. This will flip a Johnny. Unless they stifle it. Okay, they didn't stifle. Besieging my Fable, that's bad, but I do get mana. I'm just going to get a Plains here. I really wanted that Fable. Okay, now what? Does Bombardiers do what I need it to? It's 4, 5, 6. I could clear Uro with this. It's possible. They got 1 card in hand. Oh no, they're hard casting a counter. Youch. Okay. Still fine. Make a cat. Oh, this doesn't deal damage without the Bombardier either. Sad. Okay, but we're starting to go off with Ocelot Pride and a Johnny. There's a Guide of Souls in the mix here too. Uro's obviously insanely powerful. But this game actually is really interesting. It has grounded itself to a place where we both have engines going. No, Ponder. That's cheating. Ponder shuffled. That's good. I still have to beat this Urza Saga somehow. I do have a non-combat essential engine here. Guide of Souls plus Activated Johnny will gain me life. And I'll have exactly the City's Blessing if I jump block. No! They found Loam. That's the Wastelands. That's the Beseiju. It's so over. I don't think I can afford to chump this turn because I need the City's Blessing to do anything. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This makes one, this makes one, this makes one. I actually have the City's Blessing even with a jump block. It's okay. It's okay. Here's the other Wasteland. Played around it, no targets. That's a target. Guide of Souls. Make a cat. Gain a life. If I attack with these cat warriors, if they block, I don't have the City's Blessing anymore. But also if they block, they don't have a big Saga object. Alright, cats are coming in. Ocelot Pride has first strike. And the Saga token's a 1/1. They are taking the trade with that cat warrior. I wonder if I can slide this plateau in and keep the City's Blessing. How important is that? I think it's more important to actually cast a 3-drop if I draw one. I'll just take the 1 cat. But I'm glad I stopped the constructs from going completely ape. We know there's at least Retrofitter Foundry in the deck, though, so the constructs will be ape anyway. But there's half as many apes. The opponent is attacking a Johnny. Have to block that. It's the only thing I got going on right now. Dredged Loam hit Otawara and Uro. That's insane. Cat block. This game is surprisingly interesting, considering what a slaughter it's been. They picked up Saga, Wasteland, and Otawara. It's going to be hard to beat the Otawara. I feel like a cheesy Blood Moon might have gotten me into a position where I could outgrind their engine without that, but now that just answers that, and it's not even a thing. Another exploration. That doesn't matter. Beseju as land. Brainstorm from a 1-card hand, and the 1 card was Otawara. It's my turn. Big draw, big draw. Bombardiers qualifies. Plateau. Boomby zooms. Did they brainstorm into an answer? We knew the only card in hand was Otawara before the brainstorm. Otawara is still pretty good. And in the pool. Come on! Alright. Is this game worth playing anymore? I don't think so. I think that was the Hail Mary I needed, and I needed just maybe, I mean, I'm probably still losing, but I needed that turn to work. GG's, very cool deck. On to the final round. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. If you're having fun, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to play what I'm playing, you can order it all in one package from cardtrader.com. Use code BoshNRoll for 5% off your first order. I'm on the play in the final round versus Grixis Wizard James Casau. I'm going to keep this. We got 2 pair. Engine online. I'm going to get basic planes and cast Guide of Souls. And we'll see what this is all about. Grixis is a deck with really good removal, but Force of Will is not really good interaction versus what I'm doing. Any kind of, like, Baleful Strix is embarrassing when faced against what I'm offering here. Okay, this is a lot of Ocelot Brides. I'm going to get a Plateau. And I could play Guide of Souls, or I could play Ocelot Pride here. I'm going to play the second Guide first. And then Pride gets me to 3 energy and gains multiple life for Ocelot triggers. If opponent has 1 Fatal Push, 1 Lightning Bolt, he could break up either this engine or this big attack. It's hard to do both. I am going to attack and spend the energy. Luckily, my deck doesn't use energy for anything else, so just dumping this in, even if he's got the removal spell, doesn't matter. Now Lightning Bolt is off. And step, are we getting a cat? Nope, acting in the main phase. Lightning Bolt my Pride. I got more where that came from, James. Brainstorm with Bloodstained Mire. And we're getting a pass. I could just cast Blood Moon right now, but his deck's going to have basics. I think just getting dopes onto the board. A Force of Will. Getting scared over there, huh? Another one. We're in. Cat's off to you. Okay, Grixis Control. I like Red Blast. This is a deck that can play Blood Moon. That doesn't mean that they will. It's a deck that could have Snapcaster Mage, Kolagon's Command. I could see Ghost Vacuum being useful still. Umezawa's Jitte probably not going to come up. And I do like the Bobble. If Blood Moon's going to happen, it has to happen early and really catch him off guard. I'll put it in the maybe pile. Bombardment is the type of non-creature engine that could really beat up a Grixis deck. I love all the cats and 1-drops. Fable's great. Okay, I definitely don't have room for another Blood Moon. And I could shave 1 Bauble. Do I think Bauble's actually better than Ghost Vacuum? Probably not. Okay. This is the plan. Anti-creature and anti-graveyard stuff in, 2 red blasts in, and we'll try it. Known Jace the Mind Sculptor gamer, James Casal, facing down red blast. No white mana, and my hand is very slow. I think I have to mulligan this. Yeah, that's just not going to do anything. Okay, this one works. Keep this, and I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Chrome Mox. It's not a combo with Bauble, and I don't really need the ramp. Yeah, I don't want to spend a card on that, especially when I've already mulliganed. I'll just play slow. Scalding Tarn. Are we going to get Thoughtseized, or is this a Ponder? What do you got? Could be either with that land. Tamiyo. Yeah, that one works too. My hand has Karakas in it. Do you see the combo? I'm just going to set him back. I'm on a slow start anyway. I can take my time building some resources, make sure he doesn't get any. B-Storm. New plan. And that's why I did it immediately on my turn. Oh, we must not have a second land, or else could have played Tamiyo, brainstormed, and flipped it right away and gotten around the Karakas. That's kind of telling. Or has a second land that doesn't cast Tamiyo. That also checks the box. I think he kept a hand with Scalding Tarn Badlands in it, and that Brainstorm just missed. That's my read on this situation. The Pride. A Vexing Bauble. Guide of Souls. And pass. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on a Pride, so when it gets Lightning Bolted here, I can go Guide plus Pride next turn. Yeah, I might have messed that up. I'm willing to believe. Yeah, the story is continuing to be told here of didn't have a blue source that could play Tamiyo at the time, and now the Tamiyo's gone. Opponent is not well set up right now versus Blood Moon. I am very poorly set up versus Toxic Deluge. And Orcish Bowmaster. Yikes, haven't had to play against that one yet. Bad news, bad news. Kolagon's Command, making me discard a card. Killing my creature. Okay, I'll discard Ancient Tomb. Which might give up that I have Blood Moon in my deck. I'm just going to fetch a Plateau in the end step. Goblin Bombardment, okay. That's a plan. There was a Surveil land in the list that Dominic gave me, but I had to cut it when I added all the Chrome Mox MDFC lands. Cling to Dust. And the engine begins. Ghost Vacuum also counters Cling to Dust. And opponent got a basic land. The Sniffer is sniffing out what I'm doing. Hasn't seen a Blood Moon yet, but has seen enough to suspect it. I know this Bauble's here, and it might not be that useful, but it triggers Bowmaster if I use it. Overlord of the Baelmerk, terrifying. This can get Tamiyo back right now, or Brazen Borrower. Probably going to see Brazen Borrower come back. Yeah, Overlord's been popping up in some Legacy lists lately. It's very cool. Ajani, that's the whole combo. Okay, I am going to play Ajani, Nakatl Pariah. Hold up Red Blast for Brazen Borrower. This is how I could come back. If he just has Fatal Push, it doesn't matter. Or Lightning Bolt. But if you like Petty Thefts here, this Red Blast from the top rope could get the engine online. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Kill this Bowmaster, sack the cat. That flips the Johnny. Make another cat that kills Orc Army. I have been on the other side of this setup as the control deck enough times. Ajani does just add a Lightning Bolt, but I think opponent would have just Lightning Bolted last turn if he had that as interaction. From the Catacombs. Okay, this is Reanimate and you get the initiative. That's very powerful. Okay. That's for the grindy matchups, which makes me think that my opponent did not realize in sideboarding that I'm a Stompy deck, but now the Ancient Tomb is giving it away. Okay, I'm going to ping the Bowmaster. It's dead. That means you don't get an Orc Army because that ability fizzles. However, you are holding the initiative and you have a Overlord ticking down. Can I follow up with anything good here? Overlord is a creature 3 turns from now. Haste creature? Bummer. Okay, I'm going to make a cat, which deals 1 to my opponent. I don't think drawing a card here matters. I'm going to play Legion Stronghold as a land. And drawing a card could be really good, though. All right, I am going to draw a card. It's time. I can't get Bowmastered right now. That wasn't what I wanted, but I think that card had done its job. They're going to go into Lost Well here. Scry 2. From the Catacombs does have Escape and could bring back Brazen Borrower or Tamiyo from a graveyard. Could also get Guide of Souls or Ocelot Pride. That's going to kick in quite well. You also get an initiative movement you take the initiative when this spell resolves, which means opponent will go into the stash and have a creature in play all at the same time. Went bottom on the scry. That's big news. Now I feel silly for not having the Ghost Vacuum in. I identified it might be useful and then just didn't cash in the way I should have. I don't care about Baleful Strix by itself. I can actually beat any creature they bring back and take the initiative all next turn. The stash has to represent Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push for me to care here. Guide of Souls is fine. Because I make a cat, deal 2 to guide, shoot the Summoning Sick cat at the Baleful Strix, then attack and take the initiative. If there's a Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt over there, opponent's set. Overlord ticking down, 5/5 looming over the game. Sokenzan, okay. I'm going to play this Mountain and then activate a Johnny. Now, I actually don't even care if my opponent does have a removal spell. I kind of hope it does, actually. Bombard the Strix, sacking the cat, and I'm just going to go for Sokenzan. I'm not letting this potential Lightning Bolt change the game. Okay, now I have the initiative. You can just get it back by casting stuff, but at least we are seesawing it back and forth now. Get a land out of the deck. Grab a Plains. Opponent is functionally at 9 on the board. I wonder if I was supposed to Sokenzan first, then activate a Johnny, go face, and then attack in. Now the 1/2 is too good. I don't care about Baleful Strix. I do care about keeping material around. Opponent gets a Spooky Skeleton if they go into the dungeon this turn, which dies to Goblin Bombardment quite easily. Almost out of juice to escape with, though. Escape 5. Get a skeleton and a draw here. Lightning Bolt picking off a Johnny is the thing that would stabilize this game the best. Baleful Strix, another one. I'd love to draw a spell. Overlord will be a creature in my opponent's next end step. Bobble's not bad. It's not good either. I'm going to activate a Johnny first. I'm going to kill the skeleton token. And then I'll play Vexing Bauble and draw a card off it immediately. Opponent can... Ooh, they can Orcish Bowmaster here. Maybe I should attack first. Orcish Bowmaster is bad either way. Okay, I'm going to draw and hope they don't have Bowmaster. Okay. Attack with my creatures, and I'm going to kill the Strix with the creature back. I just want to make sure I get the initiative here, and that one removal spell doesn't change that for me. And not blocking. Okay. That's bold. Lost Well or Forge. I don't think I need my creatures bigger, though going into the trap is actually lethal, so I am going to Forge here. Forge onto this cat token. Yeah, if I have access to the trap, if I bees in the trap, then Goblin Bombardment or a Johnny are lethal, basically, at will. Overlord wakes up in the end step. It is not a legend. Opponent would need to put 2 cards in the graveyard to escape here. I'm about to put 1 because I have to hit the Strix. Don't really want the Throne of the Dead 3 to happen, but any spell or fetch land here turns on from the Catacombs. I gotta say, if Goblin Bombardment plus a Johnny beats 5 instances from the Catacombs, I am going to be on the hype train forever. Okay, they do have a fetch land, and they do have Strix that can redraw. Oh, they have to go to my graveyard, though, because you have to exile the Strix. Get the cat, you get the Throne of the Dead 3. 10 cards revealed. What creatures do we have? They missed. It was a whiff. Nary a creature amongst it. And 3 lightning bolts go into the bottom of the deck. Is that where they go, or do they shuffle in? There's no dungeon right now. No. Okay. Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Tap target creature, put 2 stun counters on it. Okay, I don't think I care about that. That will not be a creature on my opponent's turn. That creature is stunned, but I can whip it at my opponent. Overlord wakes up. Kaito has hexproof. Alright, never mind. I was going to bounce it. Doesn't work. Okay. A spell? Kind of a spell. A Vexing Bauble, and then draw a card with Vexing Bauble. A spell? A creature? None of the above. Okay. I can activate a Johnny. I think I just win here. The treasure has to do something. They make a cat. Go face. I'm going to go face here. This is 4 damage. Oh, they're just dead to the bombardment. I don't even need to be clever about anything else. I was trying to figure out how to take the initiative, tunnel visioned, but it doesn't matter. Nice! We beat 5 from the catacombs with just a Johnny plus bombardment. GG's. Dominic, there's your deck, dude. And somehow a positive record with Boros, Energy, Stompy, Bombardment, something or other in Legacy. I was worried about this deck when I was working on it and in round 1, and then it just delivered against a variety of opponents. We saw the Stompy plan work. We saw the Bombardment engine kick in. A Johnny showed up in the end of round 5 to show us what he's all about. This was a lot of fun. It probably needs some tuning if you're serious about this. I imagine you would want to lean in on the low to the ground engine stuff or focus more on the Stompy stuff. It is really awkward having 8 1-drops in your deck and then 4 2-drops, and then also have a bunch of 3-drops that you'd like to cast on turn 1. That is asking a lot of a single deck to bring that all together. But as of today, as far as I know, this list has a positive record lifetime against the entire universe, and I'm going to count that as a win. Dominic, thank you for sharing this. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, buy some cards from cardtrader.com, use code BoshNRoll at checkout, and I'll see you next time.